Ladies and gentlemen, White Lightning here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. It's great to be with you today. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. It really helps me out, and comment and let me know what you think of the video if you have any suggestions for the series. So you can see here, I'm just standing here in our soon-to-be hydroponics bay, crop bay, watching our hydroponics, our crops grow. It's a really nice rotating model there. It looks really sharp. Also have got things plumbed up more or less correctly here for the crop trays, which I realize might be a little bit misleading because last episode I said, oh, we're growing crops this episode, when I actually wasn't ready to grow crops yet. But now I am currently growing crops, and look, we've got potatoes all ready to go. If we come in here to production, you can see I did queue up some cucumbers to grow because we now have enough fertilizer, and drinking water packets because I went for another run of ice and I got our water synthesizers set up so we can now refine ice into water, drinking and clean drinking water that can be used for cooking and drinking and all that stuff a lot more easily. You can see these cucumbers and these carrots take a long time to produce, which I actually think is really cool. I am actually a real big fan of that system. It's just barely ticking up. I could queue up some more seed potatoes. I could get a whole 3 new seed potatoes out of the 1 potato that I just made, which I'm going to do. Definitely want to have more seeds kicking around than less, which is nice. So it's looking like I'm not actually going to have to turn my to cheat myself some food. I'm going to be able to make enough seeds from the carrots and cucumbers that I already have, although I don't have any tomatoes, so maybe I'll spawn myself some tomato seeds. I wasn't able to pick any of those up in the cargo drops, but yeah, we'll be able to get seeds just from a single bag of seed potatoes and cucumbers and everything, which will be really cool. And then over here in this room, I have, as I said, a couple of water recyclers going, which is nice. And then we're going to come around this room, and I'm actually going to put back here in this kind of hole in the rock type area, in this cave, I'm going to put some oxygen and hydrogen generators in here, because I think that would be really handy to have those. Did I just hurt myself a little bit? Not really. I think it'd be really handy to have those back buried, because they are kind of critical equipment for my survival, so that's what we're going to do back there. Okay, but first things first, I kind of want to button this up for the day, well, and for forever, really. We're going to have the assembler, or the generators. Let's actually go do that first, actually. Let's come through here. I'm going to keep this nice little hallway. In fact, I should probably get a second one up. Enclosed light is passage, and you can just be our normal gray again. Although, I wonder, can I color you silver? That might not be an option. Since this is a modded part, the silver skin may not work very well on it. So let's see when build and repair system actually kicks in. And am I out of interior plates? I might be out of interior plates entirely. That's wild. I did go ahead, guys, and up the refining speed and the assembling speed a little bit, just because it was a little bit of a bottleneck, and while I'm all in favor of a grind when I'm just chilly playing a survival game by myself, when I'm YouTubing, and especially when I'm YouTubing and trying to go to grad school at the exact same time, it makes it a little more difficult. So, and that silver actually does work. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, our passageways are going to be painted silver now. Hope everybody's happy with that. Yeah, buddy. Oh man, I really like that. Whoop, a little bit of lag or something there. Something must have just spawned in. A little bit of silver. I think that looks super sharp. Very good. We'll leave that as it is. Let's go ahead and knock this out. Like I say, I want to get our oxygen generators and our hydrogen generators down, and I'm actually thinking that we'll place down. So there's an oxygen tank. Okay, there's an oxy-hydrogen generator, and then just a plain oxygen generator. I'm actually thinking that we're going to want one of each of these. The reason for that being I would like to be able to control a little more delicately what... yeah, it would just give me a little bit finer control over... Do we want clean armor or just non-armor? Yeah, that'll be fine. A little more fine control over what our ice actually turns into. If it's going to turn into water, we can shut off the water synthesizers. If I want it to turn into hydrogen or oxygen, we can turn on the oxy and hydrogen generators and stuff like that. It's just nice to have a little bit of flexibility as opposed to just the normal vanilla oxygen and hydrogen generator, which just makes some of everything, and you can't control as much where that ice actually gets to go. So, oh snap. Well, I was hoping to not end up punching into space, but I guess that's okay. We'll just have to kind of plug that up and make that into a little bit of a bunker area. It's nice because it's already going to be connected to this solar panel area. In fact, we could always take those solar panels off and have them spout off from just right there. That'll be okay. That's just the danger of digging into voxels, I feel, and building into voxels, is it's just easy to make it look not good and not in alignment with what you're hoping things will end up looking like. Let's check and see, actually. Am I about to punch straight into this area? No. So I've got plenty of digging room in that direction. So I'm thinking actually something. So we've got this kind of a room here. Let's also grab our. Where did I leave those? Okay, so that's the oxygen and hydrogen generators. Let's grab just a couple of tanks, and I want to have a couple of those kicking around. And again, I'm thinking of using the small ones because I'll probably put some exposed oxygen and hydrogen tanks outside or something at some point, but just something that can be used as kind of a reserve area or something like that. I think that makes a lot of sense. So I'm actually going to go ahead and paint these guys pink, and then grab the blue that I tend to use for the oxygen tanks because I think that makes a lot of sense. Grab that blue, and we'll just put in a pair of those tanks, which I can't actually do because I don't have the steel plate for it. Vexing. Hope everybody's having a good day, though. I am having a great day. It's been a really good day at school, and really looking forward to the week. Things have it's like the first real fall day, which is really exciting because I love fall, which I know makes me sound super basic, but I really do. It's just lots of fun. And that's right, I needed the steel plates. I'm just going to steal a little bit from the base here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to have happen. Grab our gray back. Probably want to paint this with carbon fiber or something. I like carbon fiber for the floors that I put down for bases and stuff like that. I think it has a cool like flooring look. We want to turn you red, and we actually want to use the hydrogen tank. Yeah, the 1x1 hydrogen tank. So we have a nice, pretty little oxygen and hydrogen tank set up right there, which I think will work nicely. Now I'm going to dig this hole under here as I do, so that I can get my conveyor lines run over. So let's go ahead and connect this tunnel up with the tunnel that I already have under the rest of this equipment in here. There we go. That's great. Okay, we need to end up with probably not a conveyor junction. I like to use the conveyor tubes when I have the option. And I need interior plate. That's annoying. And I also need oxygen and energy. So let's go to sit down at a recharge station, which I still don't really have any besides the miner here and the minnow cockpit. Should put some seeds down or something, but whatever. This miner will do. Cockpit model for the miner is really nice. You see how it has like it's like implied that it has like life support canisters and stuff like that on the side, those little silver canisters. Those are super nice. One thing that I want to do sometime in the near future, you guys, is get set up a couple of little drones that we can use to go and make the runs on interior plate. If I have any of you, I have a few. Kind of concerning. Let's drop some of these things off. Gray water we don't need, and grab the rest of those. Okay, yeah, interior plates. One thing that I want to get going sooner rather than later, probably next episode, maybe I say probably and then maybe walk it back immediately, is some sort of little drones that I can use to go scope out and snag those Mayday signals, just because it's better, in my experience, it's far better, especially for YouTubing purposes, for just like providing entertainment, right? Which is what I'm allegedly supposed to be doing here in this entire process. It's better to be salvaging and pirating the bits that you need rather than mining and digging them or otherwise obtaining them through legitimate means. And so we can get some drones to go pirate some of those pirate wrecks, and I think that would be super cool. We actually need to turn to paint that pink, maybe? I don't know. Let's place our other pieces first. Okay, so we're going to have our oxygen tank, we're going to have our hydrogen tank, and then on this other side, we're going to want our O2 generator which again, I'm going to make our oxygen tank blue. I feel like that makes sense. And do you have, like, you have a label or something on you, right? That looks right. Oxygen generator. Oh yeah, there. Put the oxygen little tank models on that side. We'll go with that. And then grab our little hydrogen tank here. That'll be lovely. That'll be real nice. Okay, perfect. And then with that, I can now go down here and grind away these light armor blocks. There we go. This half one there. Perfect. Yeah, and actually weld you back up. Perfect. Okay, great. Then we grab our conveyor tubes, and even though we're running through the voxels, we won't worry about cleaning that up because it doesn't actually matter. And then get our curved conveyor tubes, which will feed, of course, into the conveyor junctions that we're about to run here. Maybe, if I can get these... I've complained about this before, but getting those conveyor tubes actually to do the right thing and pivot the right way is one of the most frustrating things in this game, I feel like. Okay, and yeah, see what I mean? Like, it used to not work like... It used to work a lot better than this. But they've changed something with how the conveyor tubes actually rotate. Back in my day, actually, if you want to feel really old, you can remember that conveyor tubes used to actually be like... Didn't they used to be like clear on the sides? Like they would show the components being passed back and forth? And then somebody at Keen finally realized, like, whoa, this is taking up a ton of processing power and lagging the game like crap. Just because of the extra processing that it takes to actually track and show the items moving through those pipes like that. So they decided, yeah, let's. There are other ways we can make the game cool besides lagging the crap out of things when you try to move steel ore or iron ore from one place to the other. So thankfully they rethought that, which is nice. Like I say, they've shown an amazing willingness to do that at Keen Software House, which is really nice. Rethink what they're doing with the game based on feedback they get and what's working, what's not, what's a good idea, what's not. I will proselytize for them any day. Yeah, and so this will be just a really small room to start off with, just the basics, right? It's all that I really need at this point. We can always extend things into the hill as needed, although I don't have a ton of room to extend things. And you know what I'm thinking, you guys? I'm going to try just placing a couple of conveyor junctions down to see what works best, but I'm thinking that actually might be a great location for a turret. Am I wrong? Right here on that side of the base, because we've taken off a lot of the turrets that we've placed so far. Now this zone here should be fully airtight as soon as this all finishes welding. I'll go back through here and put some lights in, but we should be good there. Now let's go outside and think about that turret thing. Yeah, like I say, kind of an ugly bit of voxel deformation here. We can kind of remedy it by just, you know, plastering down some of these. Why aren't you able to place? Is it because I have half blocks under there? It probably is. Let's grind this down. See what's going on here. I think I may have placed... gosh. Well, whatever. This voxel's deformed and messed up beyond what I want it to be anyway. Yeah, okay, yeah. So we've got some half blocks here, and I actually want you... It was a good idea at the time to save a little bit of steel when possible, but I'm thinking let's just go with the full steel blocks. Something like that. And that actually blends in well enough with the surface of the asteroid and the rock that it doesn't offend me. Although it does offend me because now we've got that half block issue again, and yeah, I know I'm just indiscriminately grinding things down, but build and repair system will take care of it, right? Not cheating. Unable to place. Why the F? Because build and repair hasn't picked up my blocks yet. There we go. Okay, yes, that'll be fine. And then grab our half like so, and with that being the case, we're actually going to want to change this to be one of those other types of blocks. Let's go ahead and paint things pink properly here. Yeah, we can go ahead and remove you, and we can just turn you into a straight block. Yeah, that'll be good. I was thinking a lot about food today, as I do. It's just really important to me, guys. I freaking love food. Love good food. I love bad food. Like, all the food. I truly do enjoy like really good food. Like a really nice, I don't know, like a fine dining experience of whatever type of food that it is. Let's grab some of those anti-fighter turrets and let's put one down right here. It's not going to have great line of sight because it's kind of, you know, behind the base here, but it'll have some coverage off in that direction. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Yeah, let's just go with the Italian anti-fighter turret there. But yeah, I was just thinking of food, and after a lot of reflection, a lot of introspection, you know, because these are important issues that we all have to decide. I decided that probably my favorite type of food is, if I only had to choose like one genre, let's call it a genre of food to eat for the rest of my life, it would probably be Indian food. I just love me a good curry, or as I said, a bad curry. And yeah, I think a flak turret would be great news. It's a really bad location for you, actually. Be cool to have just a flak turret sitting here, a couple of turrets kind of covering this approach. Let's also check out what other turrets do we have. We've got a lot. We've got the flak turret, the heavy defense turret, anti-missile turret. That seems like it might fit. No, it won't. Anti-fighter turrets are so nice because they just fit in just a 1x1 space. Unlike the Gatling turrets, heavy defense turret is probably way too chunky, huh? Yeah, that's big. We're going to want some of those at some point, as we will the battleship cannons. Ho ho ho, look how big they are. But I guess for this location, yeah, we will go ahead and paint this pink, and I want the, what do I want? I want the anti-missile turret, and I want you to go right there, although we're not going to be able to place you because we actually have to remove the voxels, which is kind of unfortunate because those voxels kind of make it give it a good look. It would be cool to have it just built into the voxels like that. But again, alas, not an option with that particular variety of turret. I'm going to have to drill you down too. And if that's the case, we're going to have to put down way more of these steel blocks. Sorry guys, I know I'm getting nitpicky and maybe this isn't the most fun thing to watch. I just can't help myself. I just kind of hate building into voxels. Okay, so it's something like this, and then we grab our anti-missile turret, which I, for some reason, can't place still. Why would that be? Oh, because there's voxel over here. Ah, frustrating. That's the stupidest thing. The bounding boxes for the turrets and stuff never used to have that effect. You always used to be able to place them, or it seems like, and I could be wrong, like you guys will correct me if I'm wrong, of course. Yeah, we'll do something like that, and then over here is where we'll place our anti-fighter turret. There we go. Got turrets galore. Turrets galore. We've got 2 turrets covering this one section of sky, which is not optimal. Let's go ahead and I'm just gonna, because we need like a block or something to cover that bit. Go ahead and grind you down, and I'm just gonna place a full steel block right underneath it just to make it look like that turret is fully supported. Although again, it doesn't truly matter, but it'll make me feel happy. There we go. Okay, so we've got this anti-missile turret, we've got this anti-fighter turret. Anything that comes at us from this chunk of sky will get smoked, which is nice. Okay, let's actually do what I said we were going to do at the beginning of the episode, and let's get down to business and finish this greenhouse area. I'm going to go ahead and build it out. Ah, suit support. Suit energy is low again. Kind of annoying. I guess we'll just go ahead and fill this in like so. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work for now. Okay, now it's time to think about how we're actually going to close this in, and I'm thinking, that's not what I want. Let's grab these light armor corners. It's normally what I keep on number 8, which is why I hit number 8 then. Let's do something kind of like this. And then we can grab those light armor slopes, place them like so. Excellent. And then come grab our windows. Where's my window? There's my window 1x1 flat. I need a window 1x1 slope. And I should have some girders on me, which is the right side. This is the right side. That's the other thing. I wish there were a few more options for like tinting my windows and stuff. Where you could, I wish you could control if your windows are tinted or not. I'm thinking, let's place these guys. How do we want to place these guys? Like that? Does that feel appropriate to everyone? And I'm out of girders, probably. Yes. It's okay, we have inventory hookups here. Let's just grab a couple more of these girders. Maybe? Nope. Why not? Must be a conveyor system broken down there or something like that. Probably out of some of those conveyor-y bits. But just like that, I have locked myself out of my greenhouse. Nice. Good one, Lightning. Excellent, excellent play. Good job. I'm also realizing that won't work to kind of close things up. Oh, this is starting to look nice on the inside, though. Let's grab our... well, first, let's go grab some more energy. Also, I'm almost out of rest. You guys see my rest bar is at 6%? Oh boy, let's have a seat here and rest up for a second. Yeah, so I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about food, which is kind of a weird question to say. But yeah, I know a lot of you are like people from not the United States, and so it may be kind of weird to say like to categorize things as international cuisine or stuff like that, because like if I say I like Indian food, some of you are in India and you eat Indian food every day, so maybe you're sick of it because you eat it every day. Is there anybody out there who absolutely loves American cuisine? And by American cuisine, I know we've like ripped off a lot from different countries, and like can certain things truly be said to be American when they're borrowed from other cultures and stuff like that? Like I would be willing to claim that American pizza is very much distinct at this point from like Italian pizza. And any of you who are Italians or something, or who have had a real Italian or Neapolitan pizza or whatever, are going to say like, yeah, it's ripped off. Italian pizza is a million freaking times better, which is fair. Like you can have that opinion. And I've had some really good Neapolitan pizza here in the States that's different from like the traditional Chicago or New York style or whatever. But yeah, is there anybody out there who doesn't live in the U.S. who just like dies for an American hamburger or something like that? Something that's, you know, either originally American or it has been co-opted and kind of become American. Like I say, I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Also be interested to see... Oh, and I'm blowing air out there. My bad. Let's go ahead and turn this vent off. Let's just have you depressurize for now. But that's good to know that things are airtight in here. It's nice. Again, we can put lights in here when the time comes, but for now I'm more worried about out here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and grab my air vent again, and let's punch a hole in this wall right here. Grab our gray and stick an air vent there, and that should be enough to pressurize this entire greenhouse room. While that gets welded up, let's grab our interior light, and I'm going to go ahead and place one right there, and that should be enough to get things at least partially lit up. And then I'm missing our corner lights. Let's grab those. Corner light. I've put down as many crop growers as I'll probably put down. Let's put a couple of corner lights here, and another couple like right here. We want this to be well lit, right? It's a greenhouse. It makes sense for there to be a ton of light, and that's not a ton of light coming off of that little one there. But I'm gonna go ahead and let's come in and turn the radius. Like, you know what? Is one light enough? One light might be enough. I'm gonna turn the intensity down a little bit, and then I'm actually gonna leave it as a little bit of a purple light. something not quite that purple, but purple-ish. Give us a little bit of that. I don't know. It's like we're using UV lights in here or something. And I'm gonna go ahead and remove these corner lights because that one little light is doing pretty well on its own. It's not a huge room, actually, I'm realizing. And it makes sense in Space Engineers to not use lights that you don't have to use and place, because they are pretty performance heavy. And so if you have a big ship with a ton of big lights on it, it's best to, yeah, it's best to try to minimize the number of lights you're using. I'm going to go ahead and close this up. We should now be airtight, and sure enough, this room is airtight and it is pressurizing, which is so cool. Nice. Still a little bit boring. Let's grab our armor block here, and what color do we want the floor to be? Maybe a not quite that dark of gray. Let's grab this gray, and I want something that's like in between this one and this one. This dark gray almost looks black. Let's grab that, and then let's grab our carbon fiber armor. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like this carbon fiber bit for like walkways and stuff. I think it looks super good. Give ourselves a little bit of texture there, a little bit of a walkway. We'll have something here and then something out to this point there. Nice. Okay, that'll work. That'll do. Next, I was going to check out the LCD panel for the food. Daily needs LCD panel. I don't know what this does. I have no idea. But there's one sure way to find out what it does, so let's place it down. And let it get welded up. There we go. Daily needs LCD panel. Daily needs output LCD. How are you used? Who knows? Content. Let's go for script. What will you show? Cargo fill level, gravity, energy and hydrogen. Yeah, nothing super useful there. Do the vending machine. Apparently not. Yeah. Apparently that's apparently it's not working super well. Is there some sort of... Yeah, let's just go back to script, I guess, and leave you... Let's just turn you on to the faction icon. There we go. I'll go check out the documentation, guys, and figure out what that does later. But yeah, that's kind of a neat little room we've got going here. Now I'm wondering, let's go ahead and turn this air vent to depressurize. I'm gonna go ahead and leave our vents on depressurize for now, just because I'm gonna be knocking walls out and stuff like that. Oh, that's so nice with the light shining in, sun shining in. This is a greenhouse. That's why we got the glass going on. Very nice indeed. Okay, let's take a look at what it's going to take to get this enclosed. Oh, you know what I'm realizing is we won't have an air vent in here if I don't, because I've got two doors kind of in this connecting area. Let's go ahead and punch this hole down and hook up to our conveyor system. And then one thing I could do is grab the... Where are the lighted passages? Yeah, this enclosed half passage. Let's put one of you... actually, just find me the one with the vent. Where's the one with the vent? That's the one with the LCD. This is the one with the air vent. So let's put you in here, air vent, and then we'll just put... Oh, we can put an LCD here, it's fine. I'm inclined to spam LCDs because I have this mod installed that does... there we go. Beautiful. I have this mod installed that loads a lot of new textures and like built-in screens for LCDs, which end up looking really cool, and they're really great for like sci-fi looking things. So I'm okay with spamming LCDs because then we can put really interesting sci-fi looking screen content on them. Assembler, it looks like I'm out of small steel tubes once again. So give me like 2,000 of them. Por favor. Meanwhile, I'll get rid of these voxel issues. I know that light's super bright, you guys. There we go, something like that. And then let's grab finally our lighted enclosed half passage. So we have a little bit of light in here. Place you down. Also, I'm realizing I'm forgetting to paint these guys silver. I want these corridors to be silver. I think that's a super cool look. And then we'll turn the walkway here into carbon fiber that's that shade of gray. And that's kind of how we'll delineate our walkways in certain parts of the base. Okay, very good, very good. So far, so good. Now let's. Now I guess all I have to do is just close it up. So I'll come here, and for closing, let's use this color. Let's just use our regular. Well, should we use red? Yeah, let's go red here for the closing. Or we can go silver. Yeah, let's use silver, and then we'll go red on each side. Up to this one. Make sure we still got our silver selected. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the silver, guys. If you couldn't tell, it's maybe a little bit ridiculous. But it just looks so good. Oh, gosh. And then here we just go with plain red. On either side, so we've got kind of a silver stripe moving down. And then these red stripey bits. And let's grab, might as well just go with the half armor block here. Just put a couple of those down. Oh, and before I forget, we need to place these conveyor junctions, or we need to convey up this, that air vent there, so that little corridor area can be pressurized. Go ahead, drill you down, buddy. There we go. Let's see, how do we need to have this placed? Probably this piece needs to be pink, right? No, I'm a little bit over time, guys, but I want to get this really just knocked out and not have to worry about this greenhouse section anymore. Like, maybe it's a little bit silly of a thing to worry about, but it's just really satisfying to start getting the different sections of the base like fully built out to where they actually look decently good. I'm not claiming that this is the best looking base anybody's ever built. I'm still, like, honestly not the best and most creative builder, although I do have some really cool ideas for some ships that I want to get built, some small block ships that I want to incorporate into things here. Okay, yeah, something like this, and then it makes sense to go to the small triangle block there, doesn't it? But I'm thinking instead, let's just take that off. And let's take this one off as well, because we have a piece that can do that. Corner, where's my inverted corner piece? Where are you? Heavy armor. Light armor. You go right there. And I say these things that you know, you go here and stuff, because I have these certain places that I'm used to placing these blocks. These certain configurations. Oh, that doesn't quite work, though. That won't seal it up properly on the inside. And that just looks stupid. Okay, fine. Back to the normal cube it is. Cubes are boring, but whatever. And we can place just a cube down there and a cube down there. Again, just trying to seal things up so it doesn't look like I have missing voxels and all sorts of, or you know, so that the voxels aren't screwing with the look I'm going for. Okay, that-ish looks good, or that looks good-ish. Let's grab that large armor slope again, and then we just do this, and then we'll fill in here with these half blocks. Again, the benefit of the half block is not only is it more options for building and sealing things together, it's only half as many resources as the full block, full armor block. Okay, there we go. I think we're getting it nailed, guys. I'll paint that a little bit. Let's take one more walkthrough. See how things end up looking. I can just drop through this conveniently placed hole in the ceiling. So we'll come through here. This door shuts. This door shuts. That air vent pressurizes just fine, which is what that green there means. Air vent depressurize is on. There we go. Okay, yeah. So we've got depressurize set to on for everything. That's fine. The light in here looks good. A little bit of purple bleeding through here, but that's okay. And then we come in here, and that air vent will actually start to pressurize this area. Or actually, no, it won't. Sorry. Yeah, but we know that this, from experience, that this is sealed. And we've got all that sunlight shining through. And then if we come in here, it's a little bit darker room. Suit energy is low, etc., etc. But I think we're going places, guys. We've got now, let's check. We've got a cucumber and a potato, which is awesome. And missing fertilizer. Oh, interesting. Gonna have to think more about how to get fertile. Oh, wait, I can just queue it up like so, can't I? Yeah, let's drag the fertilizer to happen first. And I may not have enough organics in the system. That's interesting. I wonder how we get organics besides just pooping in our suit. Anyway, I'll go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and have a fantastic day.